thinker who was born as Lorenzo Pietro Vera. He was born to Italian immigrants in the United States. They were originally from a small town near Milan. And he became Yogi Berra, one of the most famous American baseball players of all time, and Hall of Famer. And he said, and he has a lot of quotes, said, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else. But for the last few years, we've been discussing the best way to address the FTF phenomenon. And today we focused on those returning or relocating, particularly from conflict zones. But we're really not lost. We know where we're going. We do have a global framework for action that shows us the way and helps us along that path, and that's UN Security Council Resolution 2396. So during our session, our panelists and participants discussed best practices and recommended actions to improve border security and detect the movement of returning or relocating foreign terrorist fighters. We discussed the 4 key areas of intervention that correspond with some of the obligations in 2396, which include improved screening procedures at the border, cross-checking passenger data against watch lists and databases, biometrics, collecting biometrics, and enhanced information exchanges. And I'll just briefly touch upon what we actually discussed during the session. So Tom Fuentes, our discussant, during his remarks mentioned that there is a close link between organized crime and terrorism networks when it comes to certain areas, and in particular he noted a former case or former incident where organized crime and terrorism were linked with regard to the production of fraudulent travel documents. So just to give you one brief example, in January 2017, a Belgian court convicted 14 people of forging identity documents. Some of them had been sold to individuals involved in the November 2015 Paris attacks and in the 2016 Brussels bombings. So taking into account that the group managed to forge more than 2,000 passports and IDs, it's absolutely terrifying to imagine what other terrorist incidents could have taken place had these documents fallen into the wrong hands. Resolution 2396 obligates states to strengthen border security through more checks on forged documents and enhanced identification management. We heard a very impressive presentation from Sergei from Belarus explaining how the Belarusian authorities managed to identify FTFs that were using Belarus as a transit country. With regard to passenger